What's up, YouTube? Guess what I got the other day? I bought myself a Soupy. Now it's a BRZ, pre-owned, only has 13,000 miles on it, so that's not too bad. For me, that's like pretty much a brand new car. You know, just had one owner on it, but 13,000 miles ain't that bad. Look at that lighting! Oh my god, yes, yes! It's a 2015 model. The trim on it is the limited trim, so I got the keyless entry and all that stuff. Now just look at that, beautiful, a nice beautiful BRZ, gorgeous, simply gorgeous. The interior on this thing is pretty clean. I mean, very cheap as well. Like these knobs and stuff, like all plastic and stuff like that. Online I saw that they have like little attachments you can put over these, so they're not like the plastic feel, like the more metal, and it feels a little bit better on the hands and stuff like that. Now the car is somewhat slow when starting off, but right after that it's pretty fast. I feel like faster than my Civic, which I don't know if you see, it's right there. My old girl, my old woman. Selling her soon, so she'll be gone eventually. Oh, whoa, god dang. One of the big complaints about these cars is the engine sound. Oh god, my bad. You know, Smash Mouth is life. I don't know why I have that on my phone. Let's pop the engine real quick and take a listen to how it sounds and see what people are complaining about. Well, they weren't lying about that cricket noise. That's gonna be very annoying. And they're saying that it comes from the fuel pumps right here, all fuel lines, stuff like that. All right, let's take it for a ride and then just kind of see how it drives. Cause I haven't really fully driven it yet, to like its full extent. Just kind of just drove it home. Hit traffic all the way home when I got it, so that kind of sucked. All right, well, one thing I do notice is that I can still hear the cricket noise from the fuel pumps. They're saying the main way to fix that is to turn up the volume on your speakers, and that gets rid of the sound. Would never even thought of that. That or beef up the exhaust system, or put an air filter in it. That'll help change the noise up a little bit, so you don't have to hear that. The other thing too they're talking about is the shifter. So when going into like first, second, and like third gear, it's kind of clunky almost, like when you get to like 3,000 RPMs. From what they were saying, it's from the actual fluids that the manufacturer puts in, and it causes what's called a magnetic catcher or some sort of like that. It gets these metal shavings, and the only real way to fix that is just to change the fluid to an aftermarket. Now I like speeding. I love speeding. Bad to say, I just love going fast. And eventually I want to make this car go super fast, as well as I want to eventually turn it into a drift car. So this speed factor on that, or the BRZs that people don't like, I mean, it's something to upgrade it. I mean, that's what tuning's for, right? That's why you want to become a tuner. You got to tune your car to make it how you want it. Not just buy it off the lot and that's it. There's no fun in that. You got to tune it and be original with what you make with it. Now, starting off, it's faster than my Civic for one thing, but after you get out of first or like second gear and you start getting to like third and above that, it starts picking up a little bit better. It starts driving a little bit smoother as well. So it's not too bad. The handling's great on this bad boy. Oh my gosh, I love just turning in it. Like, I can see why people buy this car, because you can turn at such high speeds and not feel like you're gonna lose control or like skid out, like your tires are gonna skid. Like, it just feels so just glued to the road almost. As the tires that come on this car are crappy, I want to say, or just, not up to par. All right, let's see what we can do. It picks up fast after you get out of first and second gear. The gears above it they all pick up pretty quickly, so that's kind of nice. Eventually I'm gonna be putting a turbo in it to boost up, you know, boost up the acceleration. Hey, this car is really good for what it's worth and for what I paid for, because it's, you know, super clean, nothing's wrong with it. You know, it has all the bells and whistles like a more expensive car has. The other thing I did, you know, kind of notice is that when the windows are down, which I love driving the windows down, is on the passenger side when no one's sitting in it, and it's not in the little leather clip that like holds the seatbelt together. It starts to flop in the wind like bad. It's extremely annoying. But you know, that's just something I have to live with, I guess. It's not like I'm gonna die or something like that. And it's just, it drives so smooth. It's bumpy just because it's kind of a low car, so there's not much, you know, leeway in the suspension, but other than that, it's still like, it just handles so nicely. Like I'm driving through this little creek right now, and the road's bumpy, but just driving through it and like all the turns and stuff like that is great. I love it. It is awesome. It feels great. I went down here one time at night with my friends. So we're walking through this creek, very beautiful creek during the daytime, but at night it's fucking scary as hell. It's terrifying. Anyways, so we're parked down here at the little parking areas over here, and it's just us two, and this car comes up, pulls up super close to us, like it's that far apart, and it's just two white dudes, shaved heads, most likely skinheads, Aryan Brotherhood, some crazy ass shit like that, pull up to our car and they're just fucking mad dogging us. Super scary. Oh my god, I shit myself. And that was back in the day when I had my Ford Focus, my old grandma Ford Focus. But yeah, it was terrifying, and like they just mad dogged us. My friend books it, and my car almost didn't start because the battery was, I was playing the radio, so it kind of like, it took a little bit to start up. Luckily it did, because that would have sucked if I was stuck down there with them. I would have been terrified. The speakers in this car, they're not the worst, but I do recommend upgrading them, especially if you like listening to music a lot like me, because I love music. I make music too as well, so I love just all sorts of music and, you know, blasting that music out loud. I'm that douchebag driving down the street with music, windows down, music blasting, annoying the shit out of every person that's out walking their dogs and driving their cars and stuff. But I love my music. I love hearing how it sounds like that, like super just loud. So eventually, I mean, I'm gonna upgrade my speakers, of course. They have a subwoofer you can put in the trunk that like fits right into the little space right there next to the tire, like right in that little crevice. I heard decent things about that, but the trunk doesn't have much room anyways, so I'm probably just gonna go with something bigger. I think maybe I think I saw a 10-inch JBL at Best Buy I might get, and then the other speakers that are in here are there's two speakers on top of the dashboard, up on each side, and then there's the speaker on the bottom over here, which could be, no, that's a coaxial, I think. It's such a struggle trying to film and drive, because there's like no spot to put the camera, you know, safely, and where it's gonna stay stable and not, you know, fall off or, you know, mess up the shot. So right now, all I have to use is that little cup holder right there. Literally had my camera just sitting in there, trying to make it work and, you know, fit in there. It worked for a little bit, and then shit. I want to get a mount so I can mount this in the car, like just my camera, instead of just buying a GoPro. I mean, GoPros aren't bad. I just, you know, I have this camera as well, so I'm trying to film with my hands right now and drive at the same time. So I'm just one-handing it and then just shift and drive with my knees. Dangerous, don't do it unless you're a pro like me. Did you know that if you drive in a manual car and you have your hand on the stick, you're actually ruining your clutch? I didn't know that. I did not know that at all. I always drive like one hand. one hand on the steering wheel on top of it, and then another hand's on the stick. It's very interesting to hear that. I guess because if you notice, if you ever look at your stick when you're driving, you can see it actually rattling, because right now it's just going through its natural motions, and when your hand there, you're actually stabilizing it, causing it to fight against its natural motions that it's used to, and that causes it to wear the clutch and wear the actual gears itself. So when you're driving, try not to put your hand on the shifter, either lay next to it or both hands on the wheels. I mean, you're taught to do both hands on the wheels, but none of us really do unless you're racing. Yeah, I mean, this car is great. I love it. I like it a lot. I was contemplating because before I bought it, I test drove my friend's FRS, and then I test drove my friend's 370Z, because those are two cars I was thinking of buying at the time. Because I want to eventually build this into a drift car. So I want a rear-wheel drive car with like the newer features on it, so I can make it as my daily as well as a drifter. Not the smartest decision, but it's my decision and my decision goes. So yeah. Anyways, recommend this car a lot if you're trying to drive and have fun. Like I was saying earlier, the speakers are all right. And since I'm stopped right now, we'll just play them and just kind of hear how they sound. Let's see. My go-to song for testing out speakers in a car is Lamborghini High by ASAP. My man. Okay. Get the Bluetooth to start, damn it. Let's listen. But yeah, the subs in this, they don't have a good punch to them, you know. It's just upgrading everything in here would make it 10 times better. Basically, is what I'm trying to get at. And like the loudness of like the regular speakers in here, like it's not loud enough, I feel. Just upgrading, like literally upgrading the whole sound system, make everything 10 times better. But I mean, that's for every car. There was one time, I forgot what car it was. I think, oh, you know what? It was in my mom's Ford Explorer. The sound system in that, the manufacturer sound system, that shit bumped. That shit was good. Literally zero trunk space. This is terrible. There's like nothing to fit in here. And they make, like I said, they make speakers back here where you can actually fit it into like this little crevice. So you have, you know, still a little bit of room on this side, but there's not really much room to begin with. And the subs that, you know, fit in that little crevice, they aren't the best either. Really recommend just getting a regular, just smaller enclosed speaker that, you know, just doesn't have to fit in there. But you can put it in any spot. It's usually a lot louder too, and not as expensive as well. You can save a lot of money going that route instead of paying a shit ton for a stupid fabricated bass speaker that isn't the best. I'd like to stay in love with you all summer. Now, like I was saying, the BRZ is a pretty good car, especially if you like driving around a lot, especially if you live in, you know, a mountain area where there's a lot of turns and stuff like that. Really recommend it. You know, on the car is phenomenal. Like, I did not feel like I was gonna spin out, especially going at, you know, higher speeds. You didn't feel that feeling of you're gonna lose control or skid out. It literally just stuck on the road the whole time. So thank you guys for watching. More videos to come. Click subscribe. And yeah, thank you. With you all summer and after fall, I'll keep